Okay, so Folks Finance and has a big announcement recently. They are partnering with Chainlink to use Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol in order to offer cross-chain services on the Folks Finance platform. Let's see what they have to say. We'll read this whole news item. This is right from the source. This is right from Folks Finance partnering with Chainlink CCIP, which we said is cross-chain interoperability, and that's going to allow them to operate across multiple blockchains. It says we're leveraging CCIP's arbitrary messaging functionality to build cross-chain hub and spoke lending, enabling users to deposit collateral on one chain and borrow assets on the other. We selected CCIP as our go-to interoperability solution based on Chainlink's proven track record of the highest security and reliability standards in Web3. Furthermore, CCIP is backed by the Risk Management Network, a separate independent network that continually monitors and verifies cross-chain operations for suspicious activity. So I think this is great. Now, Algorand has the reputation of being one of the most secure blockchains, and they are partnering with Chainlink in their CCIP, which also has that very good security reputation. I like that. This additional layer of security is really particularly important given the billions of dollars of user funds lost due to insecure and unreliable cross-chain infrastructure. They go on to say, these are some of the points in its favor: time-tested security and reliability, seamless integration, offers a unified experience by providing a single, easy-to-integrate interface. Well, that's always good. To me, that's one of the most important things in crypto. And this is something I was talking about with my friend, my in real life friend, who is an enormous YouTuber. I won't say who he is, but we are friends. He gives me a lot of tips. We meet up every once in a while. And we were talking about crypto because he's into crypto. His content is not in crypto. It's a totally different space. But he's an in real life friend. And we were talking about how like crypto is kind of at the I say it's at the personal computer phase where it's still like nerds like us who are really into it. And it still hasn't hit that phase where it's so much of the tech is behind the scenes that the user doesn't have to think about it. Right now, you still have to think about the tech just like you did in the personal computer era of the 80s. Although we haven't hit the GUI phase where all of a sudden it becomes more mainstream. So we need to hit the GUI phase. So stuff like that, whenever it's easy to integrate interface, like that's what I want. Yeah, interfaces that allow me to just, if I'm Joe Schmo and I don't know anything about crypto, I can still take advantage of crypto. I can still use it without really having to use it. Just like you don't think about flash memory when you're playing with your iPhone, or all the other gizmos and stuff that's underneath there. You're just like, what can I do with this? Cool. I've also got scalable architecture. And it's future-proof, meaning it's built to support continuous updates, integration of new blockchains, introduction of advanced functionalities, or the addition of other defense in-depth approaches to security. Also, eliminates future switching costs. That's a big deal. And obviously they're very happy about that. I think that's a great piece of news. I think the future is cross-chain, and so I'm very happy to see that. I think that's good news for Folks Finance, and Folks Finance is one of the ones that's been sticking around, right? It's one of the ones that's still here, still operating. I'm sure they've had their troubles like everyone has. That's part of the bear market. That's what you're going to do. But they've managed to get through it so far, and if this is the beginning of the bull, which I really hope it is, I hope we're going to continue. It might be, might not be a linear approach. You might see it go up, you might see it go down a little bit before it starts popping back up again. But hopefully, folks weathered the storm there. Speaking of doing well during the bear, we've got good news from Fracctal Monsters. They've got a new game mode that is out and looks pretty cool. Looks a little bit like Smash if you guys are Smash fans. So let's take a look at. Let's take a look at that. So I don't know if this is actually live in the game. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. There is some new stuff in the game right now. You can earn D-Fly just for playing the game. Before you can earn Pepe. Now it's D-Fly. Yeah, that looks like a kind of like a version of Smash, and it looks like a lot of fun. So I think that's really neat. By the way, does anyone have trouble with those controls? The movement controls, I really kind of struggle with them. So I build a lot of my strategy on not having to do that very often. But yeah, I think that looks really neat. What did people say? Sewell was a big fan. Kevin V was a big fan. John Siders, it's super cool. Is this the part of the stream where someone talks to me about Voy? I actually want to talk to the Voy people on the show. I want them just to explain everything from round one. But good for Fractal Monsters. I've been critical of Web3 gaming a lot on this show, and I get that. And I stand by what I said, but I think we're seeing some changes. Fractal Monsters, as far as I can tell, is one of the good guys, and I like what they're doing. I like that they're continuing to build. They're providing value for their customers. That's what you need to do. So I know I've gone back and forth a couple of times on Fractal because I don't like the idea of selling NFTs and then, hey, now maybe we'll make the game. I don't think they've done that exactly. I like that the game was live basically well, it wasn't, but I know they did some shuffles beforehand, and then afterwards I thought maybe it was a little overpriced, but I have to give them credit. They're really doing it, so good for them.